Ladies and gentlemen, we've had an amazing night so far, but now it's time for the main event of the evening. The following match is scheduled for one fall. Coming to us by way of Skid Row. Standing 5'10" and 210 pounds. He is the man they call Rob Shiitt. And his opponent. Coming to us from parts unknown, accompanied by his manager, Jag, standing at 6'3", 180 pounds, the mysterious wanderer, Artorias. It is time for the main event, and I am joined here by special commentator tonight, Lex Ford. Thanks for adding a little razzle-dazzle to the place.
You know what? Anytime you want me to add a little razzle-dazzle, Jack, I'll give it to you.
Well, you have come just for the perfect time, as we have two very different styles in the ring. You are an international man of fashion. I'm glad you're here to break down what's important, and that's how these guys are dressed.
I see several crimes here. And I know California just reopened, but we might need to close again because I feel like I'm going to catch something.
Well, you mentioned the crimes. I have a feeling there's going to be a crime in the ring as these two big, dangerous men go at it. Of course, Artorias has been coming in week out and dominating the competition, and unfortunately at your expense at one point. But now he faces a man, Rob, who is known for not taking a beating lightly without giving a little bit of it back himself.
Yeah, it looks like he'll probably bite him. I'm scared for him. I really am.
We may see some bites.
He's scared.
We may see some bites. We may see some thumbs to the eye. I feel like some hair might even be pulled, but Jag on the outside, always getting his grubby little fingers into all the little honeypots, trying to get Artorias back to some winning ways, maybe get him to a championship.
Well, you ever seen Ice Age? You know the little squirrel that can never get his acorn? He reminds me of Jag.
Jag trying to break through the icy exterior of Artorias and become a friend to the Wanderer, the mysterious man. Nothing's known about him, except for that he is dangerous in the ring as Rob kicks to the gut with the knee and spinning slam into an armbar. And I think Artorias maybe underestimated the technical know-how of Rob here.
Well, look at that.
As Artorias now bounces back, and you know, when you look at these two big, dangerous men,
I think he just farted in his face, Jack.
Well, that would cause a tap out in my case, but it looks like these guys are still going at it. And again, I think these guys coming in here, we thought we were going to see a slugfest. We thought we were going to see a fight, but these guys with some real wrestling know-how, training at Santino Brothers, as you know, you get the best wrestling experience there, but shoulder rams to the shoulder, and already taking Artorias off his feet. And those shoulder butts are going to pay dividends later. I don't know if Artorias is going to be able to really battle back.
What's he doing?
It looks like he's trying to get just a little bit of time to recover.
Something. Oh, my God.
On the outside. Jefferson Alonzo Green getting involved. That's nothing. I've never seen any boxing match do that before. I question his boxing background. I've never seen a Rocky movie where a cane gets involved. That's just unfortunate here. As the tides have turned. Rob, who seemed to be in pole position, now finding a boot in his throat in the corner as our head referee Scarlett tries to stop the illegal maneuver. Now, if you're on the outside and you're trying to help Rob get the win here, and you see Jag on the outside, what do you do about that, Lex?
Well, if I was gonna help Rob, I think the first thing we will start with is his fashion sense.
I mean, black jeans, they never go wrong, right?
No. Always wrong.
Well, it looks like maybe he should have worn some football pads if he's going to be in here taking a beating like this. Reverses the neck breaker off the ropes, but Artorias swinging that massive lariat, taking down Rob, goes for the pin, and it just wasn't enough this time. Rob grasping at his throat, trying to get air, and when that windpipe collapses, you're not going to be able to breathe, and that's going to cause problems clearly. As we get a front row scene, we see Rob here as close as can be. You mentioned California's back open. This is about as non-social distance as we can get here in the front row of the Santino brothers. As Rob fires back, punching to the gut, punching to the chest, off the ropes, giant pump kick to the face. We go for the pin. And Artorias thought that was it, and frankly, I did too. A move that big, and especially after all the outside interference, but fighting back, not giving up. You don't live the kind of life Rob has lived, going from bars to train cars, living on the streets, living in jail. He's fought his entire life. This is another day in paradise for a man like him as he hooks from behind. Could he be going for a suplex? No, reversal. Now it's Artorias holding on. And Rob fights back, throws back an elbow, picks him up, reverses, lands on his feet, picks him up. No, spins, ripcord, goes for the clothesline, ducks, power slam, 1, 2. And this action is coming faster and furiouser than any Vin Diesel movie I've ever seen. And now they're both kind of back at ground zero here, Lex.
It's exciting. I am at a loss for words right now because this action is way more than I expected.
Risked it all and came up snake eyes as Artorias gets the foot up and goes right to the jaw of Rob as rains down. That rain of blood punches just down into his face, and Rob just grasping his jaw, trying to get back to where he's at an advantage.
He might be missing teeth, Jack. He might be. He should see a dentist after this match.
Massive suplex here. Not enough to put away Rob, though. Again, taking a beating tonight, but a guy that has taken beatings his entire life. A man who has lived his life taking beating after beating.
He's losing his mind over there. He is.
As Jag, to your point, just yelling on the outside, and Artorias just twists the neck, drives the elbows to the heart of Rob, as Rob's tongue hangs out as he's choking the life.
You mentioned Rob has had to fight all his life for things, and he's showing it right now. He is, I would like to compare him to a cat. 9 lives, definitely. But it looks like he might be on his 9th life now.
If he has gone through his first 8, it's time for him to do something. Has to find a way to get some momentum going. We see the spurts of offense, but just the talent of Artorias, the strength of Artorias, the striking, those pump kicks to the face. And, of course, on the outside, Jag causing problems. You know all about causing problems on the outside, though.
You know what? I have been known to cause some mischief from time to time, Jack, but I'm never sunk as low as Jag has with his cane.
You have to admit, though, as someone who's in the same business, you have to admit that right now Jag has quite the signing with Artorias.
I mean, but Jack, how many championships has Jag gotten yet?
Well, if you ask him, he'll say too many to count, but I've never seen it.
Right, but that's in what? Boxing? This is professional wrestling, so.
And speaking of the pro wrestling, Rob bouncing back with a giant flying clothesline, but the damage may be too much to Rob at this point as he struggles to get back to his feet.
It's time for him to dig down deep, Jack. I really think it is.
He's got Jag. Artorias has Jag on the outside, telling him to throw some lefts and right, punches and bunches. We'll see if it pays off as Rob goes to the outside and almost takes out Jag, but Jag gets out of the way. One thing Jag is good about is always getting out of harm's way just in time. But right now, maybe the emotion, maybe the people behind him is getting Rob fired up with a jump over the top. Springboarding over and rolling into a senton right across the chest of Artorias. And right now, the big man's on the ground, struggling to breathe, calling the ref over to him. I don't think he's looking for help. I think he's just trying to get some time off.
What's he doing?
Jag pushes Rob off the top, and Rob clutching at the knee again on the outside. Jag can't leave this alone as we get a roll-up. And that is it. Robbed.
Wow.
He was robbed. Rob was robbed, and this is a shame. And your winner, Artorias. I can't believe what we just saw. I can't believe what just happened. Rob was robbed.
You know what Jag did? He lowballed it, Jack.
He lowballed
it.
Once again,
My
lowballing.
Now he's going to talk to us.
And now we have to hear from him.
Listen.
These guys are cheaters. You don't belong here.
I don't belong here?
Another school.
Another school?
Yeah.
I'll have you.
Spell school for me.
You know what? This came right up your ass. That's how I spell school.
Yeah.
Kick rock, sucker. You just took an L.
There goes our clean tag.
Listen.
That was.
I know you want, Rob, but this is my school now.
He
For
doesn't even go here.
15 months, the world has been on hold. And now that the worst of this is over, everybody wants to know what's next. Of course, on the West Coast, they look to Santino's because we are the best in the West. And when I say what's next, what I really mean is who's next? I told you from the jump, with me in your corner, you are nothing but prolific and gifted. We take on all comers, and we beat them the hell down as you saw tonight.
Finally, Artorias is in the Primus, the main event where he belongs.
Damn right.
But this will be only the first time you see me in this position, victorious at the end of the night, basking in the glory and the recognition of what always should have been mine.
Yep. We coming for everything you got.
Today is just the beginning of my ascent to become Santino Princeps, the first among the Santinos.
Damn right. It ain't just the black. We coming for the gold. All the gold.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Jag and Artorias are claiming that they're coming for the gold. Can't wait to see what they do next, but let's see what Jag Farmer got for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we promised you up all night, and we delivered to you up all night. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to all of the wrestlers, all of the refs, all of the production team in the back, and frankly, let's give you guys all an applause. This is Up All Night. We told you before, we'll tell you again, we're doing it every single Tuesday night. So if you want to see the best, come back next week, and we do it all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, as we close out, let me hear you cheer. Up all night. Up